Handy's Peak is an extremely cool 14er located in the San Juan Mountains. It's a great hike for beginners, as well as kids and families, and it's a really good one to start on just because of how easy it is. That being said, it's still a pretty formidable hike and you do want to be prepared. So today I'm just going to be doing a quick little hiking guide on how to, summit this mountain safe and effectively. So there are two ways that you can do Handy's Peak. The first is the American Basin Trail, which is the most common trail, and it's the one that I recommend if this is your first 14er. Then the other one is the Silver Creek and Grizzly Gulch trailhead, where the hike is a little bit longer, it's a little more strenuous, but it's still met with a lot of very pretty views. The American Basin Trail is the one that I did, and it was literally one of the prettiest trails that I've ever done. Now, getting to the trailhead is, in my opinion, one of the harder parts of the hike, just because you do need a four-wheel drive car to get up there. When I was up there, it had just rained, so there was a ton of like puddles and stuff and big kind of deep areas that you had to drive through. Now, you can either come up from Lake City or you can go from Silverton over Cinnamon Pass, which I don't recommend unless you have like a true 4x4 off-roading car. But once you get to the turnoff to the trailhead, there's a couple different ways that you can go about it. So what I did, and honestly kind of what I recommend, is I camped there the night before, and there's quite a few camp spots along the road going up to it. So basically I just parked my truck in one of those spots and then woke up the next morning and started the hike. The reason I did that instead of driving all the way to the trailhead is just because of the low mileage of the hike. I wanted to get a little bit more of a walk-in, of a hike-in. There was a like Subaru Outback at the trailhead, and you can kind of see it in the video. It really surprised me because I was like, I thought for sure that some type of car like that would not be able to make it, but someone made it, so that was pretty impressive. So you can make it. I have a strong suspicion that they might have bottomed out a couple times, but who knows. The hike itself is super straightforward. The trail is very clear and well marked. And then you get to Sloan Lake, which I thought was a really good spot to stop at. It's right before you get to starting up the steeper parts. This is also where the trail kind of juts off in a few different directions. There is a cairn, which is basically just a stack of rocks marked. And if you have your All Trails downloaded, like, it should be very simple to find the trail. And that's kind of how it is for the entire hike. It's very clearly marked and it's pretty obvious where the trail is. There's not a ton of route finding for this one, which is really nice. So you are able to just kind of follow the trail, put your head down, dig in, and just do the hike, which is great. The views at the top were absolutely ridiculous. You can see like the Wetterhorn, Uncompahgre, Sunshine, and Red Cloud Mountain, which are two of my favorites to do. And there's just a lot of really cool views from the top. There were 3 people at the top, and the girl was like, "Oh, I just got proposed to." And I was like, "Oh, sweet, like that's awesome." So it seems like a very well-trafficked area, and this was on even like a Monday morning, so knowing that stuff is happening on like a Monday morning, like there's gonna be a lot of people, especially if you go in the peak season during summer. I do like to start these hikes early because then you kind of avoid all the weather that can come in later in the afternoons. I brought a 3-liter just like Camelback pouch in my Osprey backpack, and that felt like more than enough water. I think I maybe only drank half of it, so maybe like 1.5 to 2 liters is probably enough for this hike. Obviously you want snacks and all that stuff. On average, it takes around 4 hours to finish this hike. So depending on when you're starting it, you may want to bring lunch or breakfast or kind of whatever you have in mind for that. It is a dog-friendly trail, so feel free to bring your pups along too. But all in all, this was a really fun hike. It's one of the better ones to start off at if you are just a beginner, if you're starting your 14er journey. This is a great one to do. Like I said, everything's very well marked. It's very simple. There's usually a ton of people around, so if anything does happen, you should have help, which is good. But as always, when you're going in the wilderness, be prepared, bring lots of water. If you do have any more questions about this hike, please leave those down in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.